The Moon Beneath Ravenshollow. The village of Ravenshollow slept beneath a shroud of mist. Its crooked chimneys and moss-covered roofs clutching the hillside like ancient bones. The moorlands stretched beyond, silent and untamed, where blackthorn trees clawed at the sky, and the howl of wolves was not a legend, but a warning. Eleanor Vale had returned home after 10 years away, older, colder, and marked by grief. Her father's sudden death had summoned her back to the ancestral manor, a place she had long since abandoned in search of sanity. But Ravenshollow had a gravity all its own, and Eleanor could no longer resist the pull. The manor stood at the edge of the village, half consumed by ivy and secrets. Inside, the halls echoed with ghostly drafts and memories she'd buried deep. Her father's study, the hearth where her mother wept, the locked cellar door. Nothing had changed, except the woods. They were louder now, restless. Villagers still spoke in hushed tones of the Black Fang, the beast that stalked the moors by moonlight. A wolf too large, too intelligent, too human to be natural. They said it returned when blood had been spilled or vows had been broken. Eleanor had never believed in such things until she met Rowan Calder. He came to the manor at dusk, soaked from the rain, eyes like storm-washed silver. "You don't remember me, do you?" he asked, voice rough as gravel. "We were children once. You saved me from drowning in the marsh." She stared, uncertain. He was a stranger, but something about him was familiar. A boy with wild eyes. A howl in the dark, a warmth in the cold. "Rowan Calder," she whispered, "the blacksmith's son." But Rowan no longer bore the calloused hands or soot-smudged face of a smith's child. He moved like a predator, graceful, deliberate. His clothes were torn, his scent was of pine and iron and smoke, and his eyes never left the woods. They spoke late into the night, of the village, of loss, of shadows that crept closer with each full moon. He warned her not to stay. "There's something out there," he said. "It waits by your window. It remembers you." "You're scaring me." "Good," Rowan said. "Fear is the only thing that might keep you alive." That night, Eleanor dreamed of blood on the snow, a monstrous shape, cloaked in fur and fury, knelt at her feet. Its eyes, silver as moonlight, wept. The next day, she returned to the village, seeking answers from the church records. The priest, an old man with failing eyes, grew pale when she mentioned the Calder family. "They were cursed," he muttered, "born of wolf and man. Rowan's father died by silver bullet. His mother vanished on a blood moon. That boy should not have lived. But he did, Eleanor said. And he's here. The priest leaned in. He bears the mark, the Black Fang, the first werewolf of Ravenshollow. Rowan appeared again at her doorstep, hands trembling, breath ragged. "I can't stay away," he confessed, "but you must not trust me. The moon, it changes me. I become something else." Eleanor touched his face. "Then let me help you." "No," he growled, recoiling. "The beast loves you. It remembers your kindness, but I can't control it." She saw then the wounds across his chest, deep claw marks, as though he had fought himself. He had been resisting the transformation. For her. They spent the next week together, bound by fear and longing. By candlelight, he read to her from ancient texts, of the Luporum Noctis, the cursed bloodline, the one true mate who could tame the beast. She laughed at first, but the more she learned, the less she doubted. Her mother had once said love is the strongest magic of all. The full moon rose 3 nights later. Rowan stood at the edge of the forest, naked and shaking. "If I don't return," he told her, "burn the red candle in the cellar. It's the only thing that can end this. I'm not going to kill you. You may have to." And then he turned. Bones cracked, flesh tore. His screams were swallowed by the howl of the wind. What stood in Rowan's place was a creature of nightmare, black-furred, towering, eyes aflame with sorrow and desire. It did not attack. It watched her. It bowed. Then it ran. That night the village bled. 2 farmers were torn apart near the well. A hunting dog vanished. Livestock found scattered in pieces. Eleanor wept, torn between horror and hope. Could the beast have spared her on purpose? Rowan returned at dawn, naked, exhausted, human. "I killed again," he whispered. "I can't fight it anymore." She held him close. "Then let me fight for you." Eleanor studied the old grimoires in the manor library. She found a rite, the bond of the crimson moon, an ancient ritual of unity where a willing soul could tether the beast's rage through a blood pact. Dangerous, forbidden. But Rowan agreed. "If it means I don't hurt anyone else, if it means I can still be with you, I accept." They performed the ritual beneath the wolf moon, in the glade where he first turned. Eleanor sliced her palm. Rowan did the same. Their blood mingled on the altar stone. The ground trembled. A scream split the sky. Rowan convulsed. His skin rippled. But the change stopped halfway. He became something else. Not beast, not man, but a hybrid. His claws gleamed, but his eyes held reason. He wept. "I still feel it," he said, "but it listens now, because of you." But peace never lasts long in Ravenshollow. The villagers learned of the ritual. They stormed the manor with torches and silver blades, calling for blood, calling Rowan a monster. Eleanor stood in their way. "He's not what you think. He is protecting us." "He's cursed," they shouted. "And so are you." Rowan stepped forward, his voice trembling but strong. "Then take me. Spare her." But before they could strike, a second howl echoed through the night. Louder, deeper. The true Black Fang had come. From the woods, a second werewolf emerged, twice Rowan's size, eyes burning red. It was his mother. The curse had never ended. It had only been passed down. She tore through the mob, slaughtering without remorse. Rowan turned once more, fully this time, and leapt into the fray. Son and mother, beast against beast. The battle shook the earth. When it ended, Rowan knelt, bloodied but alive. His mother's body crumbled to ash under the moonlight. The villagers fled. Eleanor ran to him. "You're free now," she whispered. But he shook his head. "The curse dies with me. It must end." "No," she said. "The curse doesn't end with death. It ends with love." She kissed him then, beast and man, terror and tenderness entwined. And as dawn broke over Ravenshollow, Rowan's form shimmered. He became human, completely, forever, forever, forever. Years passed. The moors quieted, the village rebuilt. No more howls pierced the night. Eleanor and Rowan remained in the manor, guardians of its secrets. Some still whispered of the werewolf, of the girl who loved a monster. But the truth was far more beautiful and far more terrifying. Because love had tamed the beast. But the beast never truly dies. And sometimes, on the blackest nights, when the moon hangs low and full, you can still hear the howl, not of a monster, but of a promise.